To the Unitarian Universalist Church of Corpus Christi, my name is Claire Houlihan. My pronouns are she, her, and I am pleased to be your worship associate this morning. Whether this is the first time you've been with us or you've been with us for years, both here in person and online, we unconditionally welcome you as your full, authentic self. We're excited to welcome you to our worship service this morning. We welcome all faiths and no faiths. In particular, we welcome you as you are and whoever you love and wherever you are on your journey. Our gathering together during this time has intention and purpose. This space at this time is holy and sacred. Though we may sometimes fall short of our ideals, we come together with the intention to grow as spiritual and moral beings. To that end, we recite a covenant each week, which is not a creed, but a promise we make to one another. We live within our values: interdependence, equity, transformation, pluralism, generosity, and justice, with love at the center. And we have some announcements today, and I'll go through that real quick. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little disorganized this morning. Give me a moment. All right, here we go. So first announcement, this Saturday, the 17th, is the annual march for the second largest historical Indigenous American burial ground in Texas. This site stretches along the Oso Bay from where it joins Corpus Christi Bay to somewhere past South Padre Island Drive. This march honors our ancestors interred there hundreds of years ago and brings attention to this sacred site for the public. The march will start at 1 p.m. at the corner of Innis Joslin and Williams. We will smudge everyone before we start, so please arrive early, please. We will walk down Innis Joslin to the Hans Sutter Park. Lunch will be provided there. Afterwards, there will be ceremony and drum, closing with a pipe ceremony. Parking is limited at the park. We will be there at 10, then carpool to the start. For options of parking at either end, please see Jill Morning Songbird for more information. Since we will be on Indian time, things happen when they happen. Times may be approximate. Hope to see you there. That is our first announcements. Let me see. Our second announcement, our book club is meeting on January 16th. We'll be going over chapters 1 through 3 of The Cellar of Not Giving a Fudge by Mark Manson. And if you want more details on that, you can get with Joy. Announcement 3, let's see here. Today is the last call for any changes on the directory. I believe the directory information, as it will be presented in the directory now, is posted on the clear door in the back. If you have any last minute changes that need to be made, please see Debbie Sunderland. And announcement 4. Oh, here we go. Okay. Another announcement. Volunteers are needed for Board and Leadership Development Committee. If you want more information on that, also see Debbie Sunderland. And then last announcement that I have, we have Spirit of the Woods Gathering. That will be March 6th through the 8th. And there'll be more information provided by Lauren and Debbie. I know reservations are going on right now. If you reserve now before February 1st, the price is $125, and after February 1st, it will be $150. All right, and that should be the end of our announcements. So. It is our custom in this church to offer visitors and newcomers a chance to introduce themselves if they feel comfortable doing so. If it's your first time here, you just feel ready to say hello after coming for a while, we invite you to stand as you are able, or raise your hand and tell us your name and where you're from. Looks like, okay, we do have someone who will bring the microphone and then talk in the microphone so people online may hear you. Do we have any newcomers?
Test.
It's for online.
Trish and Ray.
We're from Ames, Iowa. We come every winter for a couple months, and you use it.
Thank you for coming. Any other newcomers?
Hello, I'm Athena, and this is Allison, and we met our friend today, so yay.
Yeah, welcome.
His name is Aiden.
All right, welcome, Aiden. Awesome. All right, welcome. We are glad you're here. We welcome you and invite you to please join us for conversation after the service. We would love to get to know you. Our service will now begin. Or not quite. I'm sorry. Apparently, okay. Okay, sorry. One more announcement. We're having a Path to Membership 28th of February for Sunday. It's going to be immediately after service. Please let Tess know if you need childcare. Class will be about 1.5 hours, and finger food / snacks will be available. And I believe Michael Causey is the person to get with on that. Right, awesome. Now we will begin. I will now read our opening words. As we gather in this space, we arrive carrying the pace of our days, the weight of our weeks, and the many sounds of the world beyond these walls. Here we are invited to slow, if only slightly, and to notice where we are. This is a time to attend to what is often quiet and easily missed, the presence of peace, not as something distanced or earned, but as something already among us. In shared silence, in simple presence, in the act of arriving together, peace begins to make itself known. Let us enter this time gently, with open hearts and attentive spirits. And I would like to invite Zeta for our chalice lighting while I say these words. We light this chalice not to summon what is absent, but to honor what is already here. The peace that moves slowly, that lives in attention and care, that walks beside us in ordinary moments. May this flame remind us that even the smallest light, held steadily, is enough to illuminate the way. I would like to sorry, one moment. Yes. Please rise and body your spirit for the affirmation of our church covenant. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve human need, to the end that all souls shall go into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other and with all we hold sacred. You may now be seated. And
Give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth. Give me life, keep me free from birth. Give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load. Trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul.
I would now like to invite up Tess Cherry for the reading of the story for all ages.
Good morning. I am Tess Cherry, your Religious Exploration Coordinator here at U2C3. And I am pleased to say our story today is I Am Peace, a book of mindfulness by Susan Verde, art by Peter H. Reynolds. There are times when I worry about what might happen next and what happened before. The thoughts in my head are like rushing waters, and I feel like a boat with no anchor, being carried away. I give myself a moment, I take a breath, and then I tell myself, it's all right. I feel the ground beneath my feet and steady myself. And start to notice the here and the now. My thoughts begin to settle. My mind begins to clear. I am peace. I can watch my worries gently pop and disappear. I let them go. I can say the way I feel inside out loud. I know myself. I can share kindness with others. I make a difference. I can hug a tree and thank it for its beauty and strength. I connect to nature. I can watch the clouds make shapes against the sky. I know wonder. I can taste and smell and touch and hear and see what is all around me. I use my senses. I can feel my breath fill my whole body. I tune into me. Now the water is still. I have found my anchor, and everything is all right. I do not need to worry about before or after. I am in this moment. I am peace. Now I share my peace with others and hope that it's carried away to those who need it. And I dream we are peace. The end. I would like to invite the young and young at heart to join me in RE.
I believe Joy is going to lead us in a meditative activity.
Please note that Claire said a meditative activity. So this is going to be definitely participation, if you choose to. As you noticed by the music today, I am a child of the 70s. Born in the 60s, lived the music of the 70s. So this is an activity that I did back in the 70s that was probably one of the most meaningful activities to my personal self. And so I'm hoping that this will be a meaningful activity for you today as well. It is called a gazing activity, and some of you may have done this. This is when you're going to find a partner and gaze into their eyes during the 3 minutes of meditation. Now, this is not a staring contest. If you had an older brother or older sister, this is not stare into their eyes until they blink. This is a gazing activity where you look into someone's eyes and their face and you feel their inner peace. So I want you to try to find a partner real quickly. You can stand if you choose to. It's often easier to stand. Claire is going to be my partner today. And I'm going to set my timer. Okay. So find yourself a partner. Stand facing your partner if possible. If you need to sit because you're not stable, that's fine. You can sit as well. And those of you who are at home, if you have a mirror, if you are by yourself, use a mirror and look into your eyes in the mirror. So if you're not comfortable having a partner, you can look at yourself in the mirror as well for the 3 minutes. Sorry about that. Thank you for participating if you chose to participate. We will go ahead as the music plays and light our candles.
now introduce our speaker. J.L. Wright, an award-winning poet and active member of UTC3, is committed to living the life of a poet, observing and documenting the voice of the people. Today they bring us a message of peace.
I'm going to apologize for bringing my computer, but I didn't print it big enough, and so I will use Lauren's step, and that way you can still see me. I thank everybody who participated in the gazing activity. Like I said, it was definitely one of the things that was a meaningful event to me. One of the things I think of when I gaze into someone else's eyes is the first thing you think of is you see the reflection of yourself, right? So they're like glasses. You can see a reflection of yourself in there. And at some point, you start feeling a feeling, you know. Claire and I smiled at each other. Our eyes watered slightly. We breathed in sync. We got into sync. And once you start finding that sync with another human being, you start feeling peace. So in this Unitarian Universalist tradition, we say that peace is not just the absence of conflict, but it's the presence of justice, compassion, and right relationship. Over time, we learn that peace is not something that's abstract or distant. It's only an aspiration or a goal. Peace is something we recognize when it appears among us. Peace doesn't always arrive announced. More often it arrives embodied in simple acts, in the acts that people live, in care and attention, given when someone might otherwise withhold that attention. Peace lives in the ordinary faithfulness, small, consistent gestures that rarely make headlines but shape the moral texture of the world. And as we sit in the sanctuary today, peace is already on the move. Across the United States, a group of Buddhist monks, 18 of them, are walking. They began their journey on October 26th in Fort Worth, Texas. And they're continuing now, step by step, across the highways and rural roads, through towns and cities and on open land. And they walk with a simple intention to promote unity, compassion, and inner peace. They are walking more than 2,300 miles to Washington, D.C. They're going to walk approximately 120 days. They're going to walk across 10 states. They walk 20 or 30 miles a day, but the numbers don't capture the pilgrimage and what it truly is. They walk quietly, mindfully. They accept food when it's offered, and they receive hospitality with appreciation. And they stop at towns and state capitals and historic sites not to protest, not to persuade, not to demand change, but to offer their presence. In a world shaped by urgency, they move at a pace of the human body. In a culture devoted to speed, they practice slowness. Something remarkable happens when they slowness enters this landscape. People notice. At the beginning of their journey, only a handful of people came out to meet them. Now hundreds line the streets. Families bring children, elders stand quietly. Some people weep without fully knowing why. Conversations pause, traffic slows, the crowds fall silent. Something in us recognizes what is being offered. Not answers, but attention. Not certainty, but care. Not instruction, but presence. This walk draws from the long Buddhist tradition. For centuries, monks have undertaken extended walking pilgrimages in a spiritual discipline. They embody the practice of humility and mindfulness. Each breath becomes an act of awareness. Each step, their prayer. Buddhism teaches that suffering can be alleviated through the nonviolence, understanding, and compassion for all beings. Peace is this wisdom. It's not imposed, it's cultivated. Teachers like the Dalai Lama, and Thich Nhat Hanh carried this teaching into the modern world. They remind us that peace begins within, that it is an inner transformation and social transformation that are never separated. They teach the way that we move through the world matters as much as what we say about it. Walking with these monks is a companion who has captured hearts across the country. A dog. Aloka began life as a stray in Calcutta, India, with no home, no name. An Indian pariah dog is resilient and intelligent, shaped by the streets, and when the monks from the Dhammasidaya tradition set out on a long peace walk in India for 112 days, this dog began following them on the 6th day and followed them the rest of the 112 days. They decided that the stray needed to belong with them. And so at first they thought, this dog must just be doing it out of curiosity. But soon the dog didn't leave. And although they went from freezing weather in the mountains to scorching summers, wild dog attacks, lonely nights, he kept up with them, crossing rivers and forests, matching their slow, mindful steps. The monks named him Aloka. Aloka means light in Pali, because that's what he brought to the monks. When the India walk ended, the monks couldn't bear leaving him behind, so they spent months getting paperwork, health checks, flights to bring him to the United States. They brought him all the way to New York City, and then the monks from Fort Worth flew to New York to find him there and bring him back to Texas. Aloka is now a U.S. citizen. He's also a permanent part of the monastery family of Fort Worth. Often during their walk, children notice the dog first. Often adults soften to the dog and strangers smile. Aloka is so popular that he has his own hashtag Aloka the Peace Dog. And what he offers can not be captured online. He reminds us of something humanity often forgets. You do not need power to inspire. You do not need language to connect. You do not need borders to belong. Sometimes peace is simply walks beside you. The pilgrimage is not dramatic, it's not efficient, and it's not optimized. It's slow, it's repetitive, it's faithful. And that's what makes it so profound. Peace in this form is not a breakthrough moment for a historical turning point. It does not announce itself with triumph. It unfolds through consistency, through attention, through the quiet courage, without speculation. This is where the story of these monks meets our own Unitarian Universalist story, not as a challenge or a demand, but as recognition, because peace has always lived among our people in this same quiet way. As we remember Aidan Ballou, 19th century Unitarian Universalist minister who preached radical nonviolence at a time when such ideas were widely dismissed, Ballou did not see peace as a strategy or a temporary position. He understood it as a spiritual discipline, a way of aligning one's life with conscience. He believed that violence, even in the service of justice, distorted the soul. Ballou lived simply. He spoke steadily. He trusted that gentleness itself as a form of moral clarity, that peace was not loud, but enduring. We remember Olympia Brown, one of our first ordained women ministers in the United States in the Universalist ministry. She opposed war, not with fiery rhetoric, but with steadfast presence. When patriotism demanded silence, she continued to speak. When institution turned away, she remained faithful. Her life teaches us that peace looks like persistence. Sometimes rooted when it would be easier to leave, Sometimes it looks like continuing to live one's values without needing recognition. We also remember A.J. Muste, raised Unitarian, who became one of the most influential peace voices in American history. Muste spent decades walking the long road of nonviolence across labor movements, civil rights struggles, and opposition of war. He stood peace not as a future achievement, but as a present orientation. What he said was, there is no way to peace. Peace is the way. Not a destination, not a victory, a way of moving through the world. And we remember James Reeb, a Unitarian Universalist minister, not only known for how he died, but how he lived, by showing up, by walking alongside others, by trusting that presence mattered. His life, like that of so many others in our tradition, reminds us that peace is carried through real bodies, lived in real time, and shaped by daily choices. These are not stories of conquest or of winning. They're stories of attention, conscience, of staying put. Like the monks walking quietly across the country, our Unitarian Universalist ancestors practiced peace as devotion rather than performance. They trust small acts. They believe in steady presence. They understood that love does not need spectacle to endure. Peace, in our tradition, has never required grandeur. It has required sincerity and alignment. It has required lives lived with care. But peace does not spare us from the truth. During this pilgrimage, outside of Houston, Texas, near Dayton, one of the monks was severely injured. He ended up losing his leg. There's no poetic way to say that. There's no spiritual lesson that makes it hurt less. That a body of a devout to peace was permanently changed, not by hatred, not by violence directed at him, but by the real dangers of walking vulnerably through the world, shaped by speed, indifference, and risk. And yet, the walk continues. Not because suffering is noble, not because loss is acceptable, but because the response was compassion. They cared for the injured, and they recommitted to peace. So when we see the monks walking quietly across the United States, we are being asked to we're not being asked to imitate them. We are being invited to recognize something familiar, like you did in that other person's eyes, something already known. Peace looks like this. Peace moves like this. Peace sounds like very little at all. Peace is not always a solution. Sometimes it's simply a presence. Peace is already here, moving, practiced imperfectly, faithfully, by people who may never name it as such. A monk walking, a dog beside them, people gathering, the road unfolding. Each step is a prayer, each presence a seed, every quiet act a reminder of the world we are already becoming. Thank you.
And while we perform our prelude, I would like to ask the ushers come forward and perform the collection.
someday it's gonna come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. A peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Now I've been smiling lately, thinking about the good things to come. And I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, peace train sounding louder, ride on the peace train. Ooh-ah, ee-ah, ooh-ah, come on the peace train. Yes, peace train, holy roller, everyone jump on the peace train. Ooh-ah, ee-ah, ooh-ah, come on the peace train. Get your bags together, go bring your good friends too, because it's getting nearer, it soon will be with you. Now come and join the living, not so far from you, and it's getting nearer, soon it will all be true. Oh, peace train sounding louder, right on the peace train. Ooh-ah, ee-ah, ooh-ah, come on the peace train, peace train. Now I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go on hating? Why can't we live in bliss? 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. A peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Oh, peace train sounding louder, ride on the peace train. Ooh-ah, ee-ah, ooh-ah, come on the peace train. Yes, peace train, holy roller, everyone jump on the peace train. Ooh-ah, ee-ah, ooh-ah, come on the peace train. Come on, peace train. Yes, it's the peace train.
And we will now extinguish the chalice. Okay. As we extinguish this flame, we do not release its light, for it has already found its way into us. May the peace we have noticed here continue in our listening, in our patience, in our simple steps that carry us home.
Our postlude is a song written by a monk in California who I had a 25-minute conversation.
A loco walks beside the monks on dusty roads beneath the sky. A little heart upon his head, a gentle gift no gold can buy. From Kolkata's tender lanes to America's wide open breeze, he carries love in every step, a tiny pilgrim spreading peace. Aloka, the heart that walks for peace, a saffron glow in fur so sweet. Wherever he goes, compassion grows. Aloka walks and love flows free. Aloka, little monk of light, guide us all through day and night. Your gentle heart for all to see. Aloka walks for you and me. 112 days across India, you walked with monks through sun and rain. Now from Texas to Washington, 120 days again. His saffron coat like Buddha's robe, a symbol born from nature's art. But the truest robe he ever wears is the kindness shining from his heart. Aloka, the heart that walks for peace, a saffron glow in fur so sweet. Wherever he goes, compassion grows. Aloka walks and love flows free. Aloka, little monk of light, guide us all through day and night. Your gentle heart for all to see. Aloka walks for you and me. perfect heart, so pure, so mild, as if the world itself declared, here walks love in the shape of a child. He teaches without any word, he leads without a single sound, just walking softly, step by step, placing peace upon the ground. I look on the heart that walks for peace, a saffron glowing first so sweet. Wherever he goes, compassion grows. Aloka walks and love flows free. Aloka, little monk of light, guide us all through day and night, from Kolkata to the land of dreams. Aloka walks for you and me. Aloka, our little heart, may your journey never cease. Where your paws touch the earth, may the world be blessed with peace.
Closing words. Go gently, carry what has been quiet and true. May peace meet you in small moments, and may that be enough.